It's the holiday season. Why not head to the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting, BetOnline. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with constant real-time odds and action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, and college basketball, NHL to UFC and boxing. Head to the website today to see why BetOnline is America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here. Welcome to an episode of Bleav in Falcons, another special episode because not only do you have me, Ovie Michael, not only do you have Michael Turner, but once again, we have one of the greatest, if not in my esteem, the greatest fullback to ever play the game of football, Lorenzo Neal. I'm a close second, but me and Mike talk about this. I was like, Mike, who's the better fullback, Lorenzo or me? He's like, it was Lorenzo. I was like, no. So you mean me, right? No, it was Lorenzo. I was like, all right, I'll allow that because true story.
Without hesitation.
Baltimore, I was with the Ravens. I would watch your film blocking for LT. I'd watch your film on how to be fullback. And I was coming out of college, best fullback in the NCAA, All-American, all that great stuff. But I was like, this NFL stuff is crazy. How do you find a grown man who's doing his thing? And you out there crushing people, murdering people, taking their soul out. I was like, that's my guy. So I've admired you for a long time. So the chance that we can talk right now, it's honestly a privilege for me. Mike don't care because Mike's low. But for me, it's always an honor to have you on the show, man. I wish it was under better circumstances because I wanted to talk trash about us beating your Chargers. I got nothing to say, man. I got nothing to say. I know we're moving to the future. But we got to go back to this Chargers game. Y'all beat our ass. It was ugly, Lo.
I think sometimes the score didn't do it justice because when you think about it, I don't think that was a game that Atlanta could have won. I know, tongue in cheek, we joke around and say that, hey, look, Atlanta sucks. But hey, you got to realize, I thought they played a lot better. They put pressure on the quarterback, 5 sacks yesterday. They really, pushed Herbert off his spot, shutting down in the second half. You look at time of possession, Atlanta owned that. Guys were able to run the ball. The Chargers, you guys, looked at what Baltimore did and said, let's pound the ball. You ran the ball. You had a good running game. I think when you look at football, the turnover battle, I think that's what came down to, the turnovers. When you think about the turnovers, football is won and lost in the trenches. But if you win the turnover battle, you usually win football games. And I think that's why the Chargers won that, because of the turnover battles. But Ovie, just know I always watch you from a distance. Always liked how you wore the big shoulder pads, how you got downhill. You were a guy that wasn't fair, no fair dodging. You ran, you played the position like it was meant to be played. So, brother, knew who you were when you were a young cat. Saw you play. You played it great. But how about them Chargers, Michael Turner? That I told you, I warned you. I came on the show. I got Ovie. I'm not gonna jump on you. I go like this little black rat because this is my guy. This is my guy. I used to give special cookies to on the plane ride home. He would think he was in the Twilight Zone. He didn't need a safe. He just needed his microphone. And Mike T was in the spirit world. We used to get crazy. And yesterday it was crazy because we had all the Chargers on our text line. Michael Turner, they're coming at it because Chargers against Atlanta Falcons, and it was just. You had Igor, you had friggin' Kasim, you have Lights Out, we have Camardi. Everyone's just coming after Mike about this Atlanta and Chargers game. So, Mike, what do you have to say for yourself, fat boy?
Yes, Mike, what do you have to say for yourself?
I just don't know what this Falcons team is right now, man. I'm disappointed in what we've done, man. Ovie, before the game, we talked about don't worry about getting quarterback sacks. Worry about stopping the run. We stopped the run, and we got sacks on top of that.
We did.
Our defense can't blame them all. Play solid, play well. Offensively, I don't know, man. We got to get better, man. I don't know. It starts with Kirk, yes, but oh man, the miscues out there, man. We just got to get better, man. In all phases of the game. Low, yeah, we ran the ball, but look at those yards per carry. They was ugly yards. You know what I'm saying? Under 4 yards per carry by Bijan, 2 yards per carry by Tyler Algier. We got to get effective run games in, maybe we had too much faith in Kirk to throw those passes, but we need to get better in the run game, period, overall, man. So that's how I feel about it. It's the one thing, it's another. And that's been
the Chargers didn't run the ball. The Chargers didn't run the ball great.
Yeah, you're right, but y'all got a pick six.
They won the turnover. You had a pick six that took take that pick six. You want that pick six won it. Think about the missed field goal. You guys had a kicker that but it's
used to be a Charger.
It's all three phases. Yeah, but it's all three phases, and I warned you, you little snaggletooth rat. I said the Chargers is going to beat you. I told you guys were going to struggle. Before this season started, we came on and made bold predictions about what's going to happen. And I mean, if you pull up my record, let's put it up on the screen for the people can see. You guys wanted to come at me. I was getting death threats. I'm getting guys DMing me talking about Lorenzo coming into our deal. And all I was trying to do was make America great again. I wanted you guys to understand. And we won in Atlanta. We turned that place back red. We are coming to make America great again. The Chargers left blood all over the field. We bloodied you guys' nose. We're making America great again. The Chargers came to Atlanta. Too much? Too soon?
Calm down.
Okay.
Calm down. You weren't that right about our season.
Yeah.
You had us losing to the Steelers, losing to the Eagles. You only had us winning against the Chiefs, Saints, the the Bucks and the Panthers. And then you
beat the Bucks. You beat the Bucks. You swept the Bucks.
Yeah, we did. We beat the Panthers too. Losing to the Seahawks, Bucks, and Cowboys. Lost to the Cowboys. Lost to the Chargers. So
lost to the Seahawks too.
Yeah, lost to the Seahawks too.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, Ovi. Ovi, you want me to come on your neck now? I was on Mikey.
In your estimation, we only have 4 wins right now. Only 4 wins. We got 6, so we're 2 up, man. So
I said you guys might win 8 games this year. We said you guys might win 8 games if you look at the rest of the schedule. If you guys, and I told you guys, are you guys going to change? Do you think we're at that time now? Do you play the young fella? Do you play the young fella quarterback, or do you guys say let it ride? No, where are you guys at on this?
Well, it's Vikings week, so Kirk has to play against the Vikings,
right? Like how crazy would it look for Arthur Blank to give this dude $100 million and be like, oh, against your old team, we're putting Penix in. That would be a stab in the heart.
Yeah, that'd be pack your bags. That's a Danny Dime.
I'm not saying starting. I'm not saying starting, but do you think no, seriously, as you guys outside looking in, do you put a package in for the young fella? Do you say, hey, if when we're down, are we going to use him more? Because you're gonna have to. I think you give Kirk Cousins another year. I do believe that he'll still be on the roster, but I think next year if he struggles, you have to turn the page. I think when you look at this, do you start saying, hey, look, if we're down by 14, do you start putting this young guy in because he can make every throw? He's more mobile in the quarterback. He can throw the out. He's got a strong arm. This guy's a fighter. You drafted him high. It's not like you draft him in the 4th or 5th round. He's a guy that you think that can come in and be serviceable. So when do you say, hey, look, he's been behind Kirk Cousins learning, so he's not a dumb kid. So this is a guy that went to the University of Washington that is watching Kirk Cousins, who's a pro, who's an ultimate pro. I love Kirk Cousins. I love who he is as an individual, his spirituality, just a good man, a good person. But just because you're a good person doesn't mean you're a great quarterback. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. Hey, look, I put Kirk Cousins in the same tree as I do with Dak Prescott. I put him in the same. He's in. If you told me who would you rather have, Dak or Kirk Cousins, I think Kirk Cousins throws the ball better and efficiently from the pocket. Yet Dak's more athletic. But if you put Kurt in Dallas with the receivers and those things, he would be doing the same. He's always been he's been an average quarterback, but his legs hurt him now. But that's what I think about Dak. I don't think Dak's great. So I see you got your mouth open. Is there a fly going to fly in your mouth? Please explain where I'm off bases here.
I think it's
Michael Turner, Lorenzo Neal, are you serious in saying Kirk Cousins, the guy we gave $100 million plus to, is an average quarterback? The fact that he's not an average quarterback is the reason why we're sticking with him, because people are talking about Michael Penix and guys like you. Should we give him a chance? We put him in there? No, we're not doing that because Kirk Cousins is an elite quarterback. He just hasn't been playing that. When you can get 500 yards, it wasn't against the worst team in the league. It was against a good team. I forget what team it is now. But the fact when we had that win streak, me and Mike was out there dancing. We was talking. You was out here worried that we was going to blow across your record. You picked it. We know Kirk Cousins is good. He just hasn't played good. And
is he with Dak Prescott? Is him and Dak Prescott about to do?
No. Dak Prescott has fallen down. Kirk Cousins is still here. But after this, I'll give you, after this 3-game stretch, Kirk Cousins is somebody to where people are starting to wonder. Now, I still got faith in Kirk because he is someone that's proven to me. We got receipts that he can get the job done. Now, like why he didn't do it this game or the last game, maybe he's going through something. He needs to shake whatever he's dealing with off and get back to the Kirk we know, because we don't need him to be great even. Just be serviceable. Just don't be – I saw this crazy stat. It was like at this moment in time last year, or like the whole season, Desmond Ridder had like 12 interceptions, and Kirk has like 13 right now with like 6 games to go. And like, what's the difference? Why are we paying the guy to have more interceptions than the guy we got for darn near free? And I was like, dang, I see what you're saying, but like Kirk's throwing a whole lot more too.
Right.
Kirk is fine. We're fine. We're gonna be okay.
You're not fine. For you to say you're fine, then you need your head examined, just like along with
We're fine.
Michael Turner, tell them we're not fine. Michael, tell them you guys are not fine in Atlanta. You're not fine in the ATL.
We're not fine. We got to be honest, man. That's probably the problem. Not being honest.
Fullbacks are usually honest, Ovie. You can't say you're fine with the records that you guys have, and you're gonna go. Come on, I'm starting to question.
On the 3-game losing streak.
We're fine, Mike. Leave it alone. We're fine. Don't talk about it. We're fine.
Put the fire around Ovie. It's fine in here.
Mike T. Listen at this. No, you honestly tell me.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott. You think about another guy. I would even do this. I would say Purdy. I would throw another guy in you. I'm just giving you in a little bit below. I'm dropping a little bit below Geno.
Beat Kirk.
So I'm just talking about, and then that's those quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I think when you talk about Joe Burrows, you talk about Josh Allen, Mahomes. When you talk about and you could put Carr in that with Cousins in that group. There's different quarterback pools. Right. So I'm asking you, because you're saying that he's great. You're saying he's elite. I saw the 49ers run the ball, only throw the ball 8 times when Jimmy G was there, and Kirk Cousins, when you guys just won all those games, and he could not deliver. Why are you saying that he's an elite quarterback? So you put him in elite. Is he a second tier? I'm just trying to find out where you guys are thinking. How do you guys put the quarterbacks in these different pools? So give me your top tier. Give me your top tier.
Second tier quarterback. He's not top tier. He's second tier quarterback. He's not, the Brady's, the Mannings. He's not Mahomes. He's not Josh Allen right now, but he's right there underneath them.
And who's underneath him with? So who's there with? That's my point that I'm trying to make.
So Kirk Cousins is out there. I think with like Russell Wilson, how he's playing this year. Like Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson, because we almost got Russell, and we could have got him for the low, but we wanted Kirk because Russell came off a year to where Kirk's year was better. Kirk Cousins is above average. I say an elite quarterback at his best, but he's not. How I put this.
You would take him over Russell Wilson.
I would never say he's elite. I would never say he's elite. Never.
Thank you.
You would say Kirk Cousins elite?
Never.
You saw what he did in Minnesota. The reason we paid him
that was not elite. That was good. That was playing good. Above average. Playing above average.
He's above average, but again, he's not elite. Hall of Fame status. We know that, but he is elite. He's an elite quarterback when he plays at his best. The problem is
when you say he's elite, you put him in the same breath as Mahomes.
No. No, he's a tier below Mahomes. Whatever that adjective is, he's bad.
So
but to say that Kirk Cousins is not good, needs to be fired, can't get it done, it's just lies.
I'm not on that train, but the writing is
he's average to above average. I'm with you. He's average above. He's in that group, and that's why I was saying when you think about the guy Dak Prescott, when you think about Purdy. Look at Purdy is beating. You talk about Purdy's not necessarily bad, but he's going to get 60-some million. See, here's the thing what people realize. Because you guys pay a guy, doesn't mean Dak Prescott's the highest paid quarterback. But guess what? I look at these organizations, they're screwing it up. You know what I'm saying? You got boy Snoop Dogg when he says, T-Mobile, don't give it all away, T-Mobile, don't give it all away. You're doing too much. That's what these teams are doing. They're giving it all away because they're stuck on this quarterback position. They're saying a quarterback's got to get paid, so we're going to make Dak Prescott the high. You got to realize Dallas Cowboys should have said, look, we love you. You're a good quarterback and we like you. Go on the market and go get that because we're not willing to pay that. When you do this, you hamstring your teams. You do this in like Purdy. Purdy's a good quarterback. But now if you're going to go pay him over $62 million because Dak Prescott got it, that's not good organization. When Atlanta goes and say, look, we're going to pay Kirk Cousins this because look, there's a tier. There's a tier where Derek Carr, Cousins, when you look at their best years, those guys, you can see Carr had some elite play. He had some elite games, but he's not an elite quarterback. For you to say elite, it's like, bro, you putting too much, you put some respect on elite. That's what I'm saying. When you look at certain guys, you're like, he's not. Look, there's two type of players. Michael Turner and you, there's fullbacks that you and I know that Michael Turner and you, to me, Michael Turner, it's the difference between a thermostat and a thermometer. See, a thermometer you can put in your mouth, and all it can do is measure temperature. A thermostat, it can regulate. It get hot, it can get cold. Michael Turner was that type of running back. You were that type of fullback that you can go out there and put your own and say, look, you know what? We need to get downhill. I'm going to be that thermostat. I'm getting ready to knock this guy out, and I'm going to set the tone and make teams. Kirk Cousins can't do that on a consistent basis. He can do it every now and then, but yesterday he had a chance. Drive down. You have a chance to score. Guess what? Throw the ball out of the end zone. Kick a field goal, and now you kick a field goal. You're only losing by one. You had a drive that you were already in field goal position that you could have won that game. He did not answer the bell, and I've seen it too many times for you to sit here, Ovie, and tell me he's elite. When you hear the thunder before you see the lightning, tell you the rain is on its way. Come out of the rain.
You have a good point.
Michael T, don't get me preaching, Michael T. He gonna bring my preaching low. I was trying to hold it back.
Get him. Yes, sir.
So this is difficult for me because you actually are making sense. I don't like it because I feel in my heart of hearts that Kirk is elite. We got him because he's learned. All the Falcons fans, all the ownership, they feel like he's an elite quarterback, but he hasn't played that way. And so, what was it? You are what we say they are. We are who we say. It's something like when someone shows you who they are, believe it. My wife says that all the time because I'm a very optimistic person. I like to think that everyone has good intentions and means well. And so I give people chance after chance after chance. That's how I work with you. At my decorator, assistants, agents, financial advisor. I give people too many chances. We got to give Kirk all the chances he wants because we paid him. But we also need to realize that the best that he's shown us, that's what he's capable of. He just has to do that consistently. I know just saying it's one thing. This 4 interception game, probably his worst, maybe of his whole career. This is not happening again. If he plays just in the medium range of what he could operate, and our defense is what they did yesterday, or did it on Sunday, we're good. That's why I said, everyone calm down, relax. We're okay. It feels bad, it hurts, but Kirk can be an elite quarterback. You're only elite if you can do it consistently. He has done it consistently, so you're right there.
Did you guys watch that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson?
I did.
And how were you guys sad because you know who Mike Tyson was, and he was an elite fighter?
Yeah.
And you saw a guy and here's the deal. I know 1,000%. You guys could go call an agent and say, I'm going to fight Jake Paul. And no doubt. Now, he might knock me out in his 3rd or 4th round. But for the first 2 rounds, I would hit him. It would be way more competitive than what you've seen because of more athletic. It's just like, wow, watching a guy who was an elite fighter, watching a guy like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, elite quarterback. Is he elite now?
It's hard to watch Aaron Rodgers.
But you don't think it's hard to watch Cousins? What the hell are you talking? So watching him in the pocket, come on, Ovie. I'm just giving. I was going somewhere with this. See, you gave me the microphone. When you give it to me, I'm gonna bring it back home. I'm sorry, you let me be in the cook. Y'all brought me home, so you put me in the kitchen. I gotta cook. I gotta cook right now, and let Russ cook, baby.
You stir the pot.
Mikey, did I take him on a trip? Mikey, did I take him on? And I brought him back and dropped it. Boom, dropped it right on you, boy.
Set him up perfectly.
Damn
it.
Hold your head up, baby. Hold your head up, baby.
I mean, it bothers me, Lo, because I met Kirk on draft day. First time I met him in person. We were at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium before we got Penix, and I met him. Real nice guy. I told him I loved him in quarterback. I grew up in the church. I'm like, hey man, I love wear your faith in your sleeve. He's like, man. I said, what are we gonna do? I said, we're gonna get a Super Bowl. He's like, we're going to win a Super Bowl. And you gotta say that. I gotta say that. Right. But when he said it to me, I felt that. When he said it, hey, we're gonna win a Super Bowl. I felt that, Lo. I felt that, Mike. I was like, yo, we really gonna win a Super Bowl this year. Right. And if not this year, next year. Like we got the quarterback who's going to make it happen, got the arm, got the mentality, got the veteran leadership. And after seeing, young man Ritter, one of those YNs that he was trying to figure stuff out and trying to, do his best, but he just couldn't. He didn't have it. The DNA. He wasn't built for it. Kirk Cousins is built to bring a championship to Atlanta. So I, as well as all of Atlanta, have been riding with Kirk because we feel like this is our time. This is our guy. This is our moment. And when he got that 500-yard game, when he was making, passes that a quarterback should make of his stature, we're like, we're good. But then he gives us what he gave us against the Saints. He gives us what he gave us against the Broncos, and which I was there live and in person for. Then he gave us, this loss today, on Sunday, and it hurts. You don't want to make you can't see reality just because this is not what we paid for. This is not what we were sold.
Ovie,
it hurt.
Excuses. 4 interceptions. Inexcusable.
And that pick six
draft day, all the little pretty little story. We don't care about it. Is December.
It's a great story. It means something.
It's December.
That pick six, like Michael Turner just said, 4 interceptions. That pick six, you saw the safety dropping and bailing. The corner dropped right underneath there. That ball should have never came out. He baited him into throwing that.
He double clutched.
He double clutched. You do not throw that ball. You think about the Rams, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, to me, is still an elite quarterback. Yeah. You think about Stafford. I'd rather have Stafford over Cousins any day.
Yeah.
Think about it. What about you? What do you say, Mike? Would you rather have Stafford or Cousins?
No question. No doubt about it. Stafford has a ring. You want a Super Bowl.
He won a Super Bowl.
And he was the reason why they won one of the reasons why they won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? He changed the culture. He changed the culture of the Rams. That's what we wanted Kirk to do to Atlanta, and he's not.
He was doing it. He
had one flashy game against the Bucs.
No. Let's be fair now. If our defense played like they played last week against the Chargers, even half the time, we'd have 8-9 wins right now. There are games when we showed up.
What game did defense let us down?
What games defense? All the games they didn't have any sacks. All the games they didn't pressure the quarterback. All the games they let the offense run wild. Kirk had some great games and we lost. The defense didn't show up. Okay. So that's a fact of the matter. Now, Kirk didn't show up. We're taking turns messing up. Kirk did his time. He's had all the 3 mess ups that he can, to do. We're ready for Kirk to get back to old Kirk. It's Minnesota. It's his old team. You can't say, Lorenzo, I don't know. You played for a couple of teams. We had a chance to go back against a team that thought you weren't good enough.
I bust that.
How did you feel? How did you show up?
Well, I was on Cincinnati Bengals. We went and played the Titans, the Tennessee Titans. I broke one of the linebackers' wrist. Hit him so hard, Chambers. He broke his wrist. I knocked out Donald Mitchell on a kickoff, knocked him completely out, walked him to the sideline. Randall Goffrey, inside linebacker. I made Randall, that I told him when he came to the Chargers, I made him apologize. I called Blaine Bishop on the phone when we're getting ready to play him, and they're traveling over on the bus. And I said, tell Randall we're running lead draw the first play. And I said, tell him don't come in there. Blaine Bishop, great safety, went to him and said, Randall, don't run in there. Lo gonna take your head off. I'm letting you know what he said. Randall said, Blaine, I'm coming. First play was lead. I took his head off, knocked his helmet off, had him walk to the sideline. He was eating soup through a straw. I would have glad intentions. So yeah, it's some times that you go in there. I mean, right. Michael told you, sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you. Right. We had freaking lights out, big, strong dude. Came in there and they were not supposed to go head on. Remember, he came and flipped me, took me out. Remember he got me, Mike? And, hey, he took me. They were laughing at me, all the guys. I got back in line. I moved to the back of mine, and I saw him the next time. He said, "You watch him." He talks about it on this little thing, talking about how he felt it burning. He hit me. We still hit hard, but he's like, doggone, because I laid on that one. Mike know how to do. That's just what you do. I just don't know if this is a prize fighter that has seen better days. Right. Cousins wants to be great. I watch him in the pocket, and this is where I disagree with you, Ovie, about the greatness. Even if you look at Stafford, he still can take off and run and hurt you every now and then. Look who they swap for. Look what Detroit's doing with the quarterback now. You guys would rather have that guy. Look at the way he's playing. But they still can hurt you every now and then with your legs. Look at Purdy. He can scramble and still get away. You have a guy that's in the pocket that if he has to run or have to do something with his legs, he becomes disoriented. He becomes afraid. Because he's afraid. And so if you can't do that in the league right now, if you can't make some plays with your leg, as a quarterback at times, when you have to, you can't win. Because the league, you can't block everyone up every time. You have to step up, move, and be able to evade and get out of trouble. When you can't do that in this league, a la Aaron Rodgers, can't get out of the way, can't do anything, you see a drastic fall off. Cousins right now, I don't know if it's because of his Achilles, so he can get back next year and he might have a better year, but he's shown his inability to get out of harm's way, Mike, to extend the play. And he doesn't have it. He looks like a prize fighter that just can't get out of the way of that right hook, and he's getting tagged every single time. And that is not a winning recipe right now, because you know it and I know it. There's too many athletic defensive linemen, and you ask your line to be perfect on each play, and it can't happen in this league.
Okay, Ovie, to your point. So this week we're going to Minnesota.
Yes.
Are you taking a long look at Kirk? Is this like the final test for him? Because as an athlete, you're going against your old team, the team that let you go.
Yeah.
This should be the game that you're giving your all, right?
Oh,
You're showing your best. It's like no fear now. You say he's afraid to run, afraid to do this. Going against your old team now, are you going to be thinking about your Achilles? Is there a time to be thinking about your Achilles? Or are you going is your burn inside to
succeed.
put hurt on your old team
Yeah.
more important than yourself, your own physical health? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. So like
Absolutely.
so
This
this
is
is the
it.
last
Like,
Kirk then. This
is Kirk Cousins Super Bowl. We're gonna have another show. We're gonna preview the game, but this is after that horrible Chargers loss. Like you said, Lo, it wasn't the fact that we still had a chance to win it after 4 interceptions. I don't know if that says more about us or you guys that we threw 4 interceptions and we still had a chance to win the game at the final drive, but we still lost the game. End of the day, it's an L. Kirk Cousins is going to make this a Super Bowl. The team that thought he wasn't good enough, team that didn't want to pay him like he was good enough to how he wanted, they are going to see Kirk again. Kirk's bringing the whole Falcons team, our hopes and dreams to this game because we got to stop the slide. 1 loss, that's bad. 2 losses, that's bad. 3 losses in a row, that's bad. And 2 of those losses, he didn't have no touchdowns. And then the other loss, you throw 4 interceptions. Kirk Cousins is going to go all out. I don't care about his body, his legs, his knees, his ankles. He's going to make this the game where he shows you, and everyone else who doubts him that he is elite. He is that guy. I frankly believe in him. I believe in him. He looked me in the eye. Conviction.
The eye test doesn't work for you anymore, Ovie. So that's you're talking about Bleav. You're talking about Bleav. The Chargers didn't even have 200 yards of total offense. Yep. The Chargers did not even have 200 yards of total offense. And here's the deal. You're talking about he's going to go get a team that didn't believe in him. Why? Why didn't they believe in him? Why didn't they want to pay him? They didn't even give him a contract. So you're going to sit here and say he's going to go in there? Do you know what Minnesota is going to do to him? This game is going to get ugly, guys. This game, Minnesota can't score because their quarterback's not great either. Here's a guy he was a backup last year. I'm just being honest. He was a backup behind Purdy, and Purdy's not necessarily great. He's a system quarterback. He was a backup in the 49ers last year, and he said the best thing for him to do was go to 49ers for him to learn. So you're getting ready to play against a backup quarterback, and let's see how you guys handle a backup quarterback. You're talking about this is Kirk Cousins coming out here. I'm with Michael Turner on this. You got to realize Minnesota's defense is going to give him problems. They know who he is. They're going to give him different looks. He can't move. He's statuesque. I guarantee he gets sacked more than 3 times. If you take that over, Kirk Cousins is going to try to hold on the ball. He's going to try to do some things. I don't think you guys win this game. I'm just telling you. This is another loss, and I can't wait to come out there for a big dinner. Again, I'm going to fly first class. Me and Lindsay, our producer, shout out Lindsay. We're going to be eating good because you guys are losing this bet. I'm eating good this year. I'm eating good. I can't believe Michael's even laughing. He already knows it's happening, baby.
No, because
it's not happening. Mike, don't keep straight on me, Mike.
We get 10 wins at least.
There you go. Thank you. 10 wins.
But
we're gonna beat the Vikings. We're gonna beat the Raiders. We're definitely gonna beat the Giants. We might lose to the Commanders because Jaden, he's amazing. We're gonna beat the Panthers, Saints. All the.
Where's that Panthers game at?
Home.
It's home. Yeah, it's home.
I was going to say, if it was in Panthers, the Panthers are playing good football right now.
They playing good.
The quarterback, the best thing they could have did was bench him and let him watch behind the redhead pistol, Andy Dalton, and look at the way this young man is playing now. Kind of turned it around, had a chance to win both the last several weeks, could have beat Kansas City. And so now when you look at them, so I see you guys winning maybe 2 of those in the next game. So you're not getting to 10. You guys might win. If you told me to take I would say 3 at the max. So that's 7, 8, 9. So you guys get to 9. You won't get 10 wins.
Okay, 7, 8. We got 7, 8, 9. Raiders, Giants, Panthers, and Panthers is depending on how hot Young is, right? The 2 questionable games is this week, Vikings, and we got the Commanders. Now, Vikings this week is Kurt's last ride. This is
Michael Jackson, baby. This is it.
Yeah. So we gotta, like I said, we gotta buckle up, man. Like Kurt, come on, man, you gotta come with it. Because defense. And I said this before, like defense been playing great all year, but it's that stress. You can't have that stress on defense all year long. This ain't Ray team in Baltimore with Trenton Dilfer.
Mike, but I watched Ovie. I got the Denver Broncos on the line. Your defense played ferocious. I'm with you, Ovie. Your defense at times, I made up a word for you. How about ferocious? You can't sit and say this defense is playing lights out. They haven't had a sack in several games. They only had like 10 sacks the whole year. For you to sit here and say that they're playing unbelievable, what football have you been watching? You're blind in one eye and can't see out the other one, Michael.
He got concussions, bro. Give him a break. Mike got concussions. I got concussions. You got concussions. I got concussion.
Just know you guys won't get 10 wins. You two put your money together. You guys better, because me and Lindsay, we're going to get a nice bottle. Me and Lindsay, our producer. So we eating good. So y'all better put that together. Mike over there. Mike, I'm going to eat. Mike, I'm going to go hard, bro.
We get 10 wins.
Hard,
we get 10 wins. We get 10 wins.
Is it 10 wins still? I thought it was like 8 wins.
That was how it started. You guys said, I said, it won't happen.
10
so
wins?
we said, yeah, that's why he over there sweating right now. Sweating like a freak of the bullshit. You in it too? Don't act like you in it too.
Oh, man.
It's 10. We getting 10. We getting 10. We got to win the division. We have to win the division.
Yeah, we do. We do have to win the division. Because right now, here's the thing. Falcons fans, I'm sorry. We need to just focus on winning the division. Before, it was about talking trash, winning the conference. We even talked about getting a bye. Like I remember the conversation on this podcast talking about we're going to get a bye in the playoffs. We're going to get rested and, because we were doing that good. And then reality hit or Kirk got tired or his ankle started acting up. But at this point, it don't matter if we lose as long as we win the division. I don't care if we lose non-division games. I don't care as long as the Bucks, the Saints, and the Panthers stay terrible. We're good because that's all that matters. We get in the playoffs, anything can happen. We don't get in the playoffs, nothing happens. We go to Cancun,
you have to realize, though, you're getting ready to play a Minnesota team that on Thursday night, Green Bay probably going to beat the Lions. So now you're going to play a Minnesota team that's going to be like, oh, my goodness, guys, we have a chance for home field.
Oh.
If that happens, if Green Bay beats the Lions, which it can happen because the Lions has lost a lot of guys on defense. Green Bay's playing probably some of the best football. If that happens right now, yeah, Josh has been running great. If that happens, you guys aren't going there and winning that football game.
I don't appreciate all this negativity, Mr. Neal. I don't appreciate all this negativity. You're supposed to come out here and say, of course, that was just a fluke by Kirk Cousins. Of course, the Falcons are predestined to win a Super Bowl at some time this year. Of course, we're going to do what Falcons do, baby. Rise up. That's what you're supposed to say. But all this negativity, we're not going to win. Kirk Cousins isn't that good. Mike and Ovie going to give me dinner. That's hogwash.
We need it. Maybe we need to switch the juju around here because we've been praising them all season. Now we're on this 3-game losing streak. Let's switch it up.
How are the fans feeling there?
We are.
Before I get off and let you guys have it, how are the fans taking what's been going on with Kirk Cousins? What is the vibe there in Atlanta?
The rumbles of the young guy. It's rumble starting, man. They want to see him. They want to see Penix. They want to see him. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm seeing. Wow. I don't know about you, Ovie. I think the Kirk honeymoon is over.
Are they saying they want to see Penix?
The scatter's getting loud. Everyone's talking about Michael Penix, and we all knew that would happen. Like, that's why they're not going to do a package for Michael Penix because
not yet.
We even give him a package, and he scores on that package, or he does too good. It's going to be even louder regarding the cries for put Penix in, and they can't do that. Like financially, they can't put Penix in and say, "Kirk, you done." They got to ride with Kirk all this season and probably all next season too because of the guaranteed money. So the fans want something to happen to where they can see their guy because they're tired. They have a very small attention span, and they don't forgive like me and Mike do because we know how football works and that players have bad games. Good players have bad games. Believe it or not, as great as Mike was, I was there for some of Mike's bad games. Believe or not, as great as I was, I had some bad games. You never had a bad game, Lo, because you're a Hall of Fame fullback. But for the rest of us mere mortals, it happened.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah,
it happens.
Well, I totally agree with you more, guys. This has been fun. I'm going to look forward to my steak and caviar and my bottle of nice Don of wine and some Louis the 13th. And I'm really looking forward to it because you guys won't get 10 wins. And it's great that you guys have the belief that that it's going to happen. And my Chargers, on the other hand, looks like we're going to slide into the playoffs. And we got a tough one, Denver. Denver's a good team. It's going to interest. But I can tell you guys right now, Monday night, Chargers beat Kansas City. Kansas City's done. They're not going to make any noise in the playoffs. They're just too inconsistent. They're not getting back to the show. Right now, if you look at Buffalo's probably the best team in the AFC, and you got the Steelers. So Kansas City's done. Put a fork in those guys. Interesting to see what happens with the Chargers. Atlanta Falcons, I hate to say it, you guys are done. Just, get that boat and go on that cruise, jump on the cruise, and go because it's over.
Hey, man, I'm checking out Bleav in Chargers this week, man. I'm going to see all this trash talking Lo Neal guys going on. I'm going to check you out this week, man.
Check it out, baby. Check it out. If you guys want to come on and you guys want to come on,
you're welcome to come
on. All right, man. Take care, man.
Yes. You guys are the best.
All right, Lo.
Go Falcons! Go Falcons!
Now, Mike, we also got to talk about our friends at Progressive Medical Center. Right. We have a couple people that have gone by. Dr. Goley reached out to me and said, a couple people have been saying, hey, the Code Ovie and Mike, they heard us on the show and they want to figure out how to get in shape, how to get stronger, how to get healthier, because at the end of the day, especially around the holiday season, your health is your wealth. Now, I had turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, yams, some cranberry sauce, and way too much food on Thanksgiving. But I also went to the gym this morning because I want to stay healthy. And that almost 100 pounds I lost from last year when I had a big bloated face, you didn't say anything, and now I have a normal face. It didn't happen because I just wanted to. It happened because I had help. I had a coach. I had Progressive Medical Center, Dr. Goley, and his team over there that helped me get right. So if you want to get right, go to progressivemedicalcenter.com. Go out to it's near Perimeter Mall area in Atlanta. I forget the address right now, but progressivemedicalcenter.com. Ask for Dr. Goley. Use code Ovie. Tell him Ovie Mike sent you, the Bleav in Falcons show. If you actually use one of the programs, the weight loss program, the hormones program, do one of the programs that he has for you, you enter to win a dinner with myself, Mr. Turner. And it's your choice. You want to take us to Chops? We'll take us to Chops, and I'll pay for it, or Mike will pay for it. You want to go to an Italian spot? We can do that. So Mike, again, you look in great shape. You don't need to go to Dr. Goley. You have already been doing your hiking, whatever works. But tell the people how much fun they'd have if they do a dinner with me and you, because I feel like that's winning the lottery.
Oh yeah, man! It's gonna be some great stories, man. You'll get to see me and Ovie interact in person. The way y'all see us on camera, you should really see us in person. It gets worse. But so we have some fun with fans. We love the fans talk football, talk about our past, because me and Ovie have a long history. We started in college. We played against each other in college, so it goes back deep. So check in with us, check in with Progressive. Enjoy dinner with us. It'll be lots of fun. Hope to see you soon.